Hey y'all, hope everybody's doing well. Initially today I was going to do a video showing some blues records that I have. So my mind started wandering down the blues path and I thought of Duane Allman. And today's kind of a somber day because it's the anniversary of Duane Allman's death in 1971. For you who don't know, he died in a motorcycle crash in Macon, Georgia in 1971 when the Allman brothers were at the height of their popularity. But so instead of doing a blues video, I decided to show my Allman Brothers vinyl collection. And the Allman Brothers is probably my favorite band of all time. Definitely my favorite American band. I'd say the Rolling Stones are a close second. But yeah, and I'm also wearing a shirt that I got in 2009, celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Allman Brothers Band. So let's get started on the records. I have their debut album and second album. Have it put up somewhere, but this was easier to get to. This is called Allman Brothers Beginnings, and it's a 2 LP set. It was put out by Atco, I think in the mid 70s sometime, but it contains the entirety of their first 2 albums from 1969 and 1970, and it's just loaded with some of their classic tunes. Don't Want You No More, Not My Cross to Bear, Black Hearted Woman, Trouble No More, Every Hungry Woman, Dreams, Whipping Post. And then the second record is their second album with Revival, Don't Keep Me Wondering, Midnight Rider, In Memory of Elizabeth Reed, Hoochie Coochie Man, the Willie Dixon cover, Please Call Home, and Leave My Blues at Home. So we'll start off with that. I'm gonna go chronological, sort of. This next one I think I've shown on a video before. It's one of my first memories of playing a record. This was my mom's copy of Live at Fillmore East, 1971. Everybody knows this one. It's at the top of the list for best live recordings of all time. They do Statesboro Blues, Done Somebody Wrong, Stormy Monday, You Don't Love Me, Hot Atlanta, In Memory of Elizabeth Reed, and the epic 23-minute version of Whipping Post to finish it all off. That's probably the best live track recorded of all time, in my opinion. Hard to beat. Okay, the next one, this is a new one. This was actually recorded before Fillmore East. I think a few weeks before Live at Fillmore East. This was recorded in San Francisco, Live at the Fillmore West, also in 1971. This was a Record Store Day release a couple of months ago. And it's a 2 LP. It's got their famous mushroom logo in the middle, just on standard black vinyl. And it came with a poster, a glow-in-the-dark, little psychedelic period type poster. So yeah, that was a Record Store release, Record Store Day release. I think it was 2 months ago. My brother, Luke Screws, picked that up for me. And I think he got it in Marietta, Georgia. Thanks, Luke. All right, the next record is Eat a Peach. This was released in 1972 after Duane's death, but he played on some of the tracks that got it recorded before he sadly passed away. But got one of the best inner gatefolds of all time there. I mean, you can look at that for hours and find new stuff. Kind of like the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's cover. But this legendary album starts with Ain't Wasting Time No More. And it's got Melissa on it, Mountain Jam, which was a Jam cover version of Donovan's song, There Is a Mountain. It's got One Way Out, Trouble No More, Stand Back, Blue Sky. Probably, that's definitely in my top 3 Allman Brothers songs of all time. The beautiful acoustic Duane Allman instrumental, Little Martha. And then side 4 has a whole other side of Mountain Jam. Yeah, there's Eat a Peach. All right, the next one I got is Brothers and Sisters from 1973. This was the first one that had no Duane Allman influence on it. This leans a little more country rock because of Dickie Betts kind of taking the helm as lead guitarist. It's got Wasted Words, Ramblin' Man, which was their biggest hit ever, Southbound, Jessica, another awesome instrumental, Come and Go Blues, and Pony Boy. That really nice cover, fall scene from down in Macon. Some of the kids that were in their extended family. And another awesome gatefold photograph of the whole band and their crew and their families. I've got some other Allman Brothers albums also. Win, Lose, or Draw. That's a pretty good, solid effort. And Enlightened Robes. I didn't get those, but I have them somewhere in the house here. All right, the next one we're going to skip forward. This actually came out last week on the drop 3 of Record Store Day. And my other brother, Andy, Next Play Records, snagged this one for me. I had to work, and he got this one over in Athens, Georgia. And it's the Allman Brothers live album called First Set. This was released in Europe back in the early 90s, but never had a US release. So they did it for Record Store Day finally. And this is a great live album, as most are, by the Allman Brothers. But they had their fairly new lineup, still had Greg Allman, Dickie Betts, Jamoy, Butch Trucks on drums. But this is right after they added Warren Haynes as their lead slide guitarist, and the late great Alan Woody on bass. And they had another percussionist, Mark Quinones, and Tom Doucette joins them on harmonica for a few songs. But it's got End of the Line, which is a song from, I think, 91, 92. Blue Sky, Get On With Your Life, Southbound, Midnight Blues, Melissa, Nobody Knows takes up all of side 3. Then the last side of the album, second LP, has Dreams and Revival. There's the back. And this one's special edition on kind of a peachy orange vinyl, splattered vinyl from Epic Records. All right. My next one, we're kind of going back in time on this one. I'm going to do some of their solo outings. But this is Duane Allman's anthology that came out after his death on Capricorn. Duane Allman, before the Allman Brothers hit it big, he was a studio musician. He recorded some in Muscle Shoals, actually quite a bit in Muscle Shoals for some sessions, in some New York City with Aretha Franklin. But this has Hey Jude on it, which he played the guitar outro on Hey Jude, Wilson Pickett's version of Hey Jude. And some people speculate that's what ignited the Southern rock sound. It's got Road of Love, which, who does he do that with? Oh, that's a Clarence Carter song. He played guitar on that. Going Down Slow, that's a really good song with him and Greg that they did before. I think it was kind of a demo they did before the Allman Brothers. He does, has The Weight with Aretha Franklin. King Curtis, Games People Play. John Hammond, he played guitar with him on Shake For Me. Boz Scaggs, Loan Me a Dime. That one actually got some radio play. 13-minute long Loan Me a Dime with Boz Scaggs, Duane Allman on guitar. Johnny Jenkins, which was the Tun Tun McCute album. Rolling Stone. Delaney and Bonnie and Friends, Living on the Open Road. Oh, there's all kind of stuff on this. Another Johnny Jenkins, Down Along the Cove. The group Cowboy, he did Please Be With Me, played slide guitar on that. Here's one with Eric Clapton, Duane Allman, Mean Old World from the Layla sessions. Layla, she played a legendary slide guitar on. And then it's got some Allman Brothers stuff from all the Allman Brothers albums that he was on. But yeah, this is great if you want to hear what Duane Allman did in his recording sessions with other artists and the Allman Brothers. All right, next we've got Greg Allman's first solo album, Laid Back. This is a wonderful album. Southern rock still, but it's got a lot of blues and soul influences on it as well. It's got a great cover version of Will the Circle Be Unbroken, Don't Mess Up a Good Thing, Multicolored Lady, Please Call Home, Queen of Hearts, a second version that he did of Midnight Rider, All My Friends, and These Days, which was a cover of his friend Jackson Brown's song. Every song on this is great. This record to me is a 10 out of 10. A little bit overlooked. But as usual, it's got a good old 70s gatefold. Great photographs. And on the back, volcano, whatever that means. Laid Back, 1970. What year is this? I think it's 72. Not positive on that, but. And here's Dickie Betts' first solo album. He pretty much went straight country rock on this. He was sowing his country oats, which he was a country boy at heart. But he plays on this with Chuck Leavell, who was in Sea Level and the Allman Brothers and now the Rolling Stones, current day. Tommy Talton from Cowboy is on here. Vassar Clements, the bluegrass fiddle player. And John Huey on steel guitar. But it's got some good tunes like Long Time Gone, Rain, Highway Call, Let Nature Sing, Handpicked, and Kissin' Me Kid. Great record. Another one on Capricorn. There's the guest artists on that one. Highway Call from 1973. And here's Greg Allman's next solo one. This is from 1977. Playing Up a Storm. It's not as good as Laid Back, his first solo album, but still worth getting. It's on Capricorn also. It's got another version of Come and Go Blues that he did on Brothers and Sisters, Allman Brothers record. Let This Be a Lesson to You. That's a Dr. John song. Brightest Smile in Town, Bring It On Back. Crying Shame, Sweet Feeling, Clarence Carter song. It Ain't No Use, Matthew's Arrival, and One More Try. Playing Up a Storm. He also has a good album from around this time period with his then wife, Cher. It's called Allman and Woman. Got a couple of good tunes on it. Not a great album, but worth checking out. All right, and here's the last one I'm going to show. This is Gregg Allman's last solo album before he passed away, Southern Blood. And this comes on a nice, it's kind of a, brown, earth brown vinyl. It also has an art print of Gregg Allman that was created by an artist. I think they took a vial of his blood, since this is called Southern Blood, and she painted it with his blood. I'm not sure if anything was added or if it was all straight blood for the paint, but nice. There's a picture of him in the studio recording it. I think he recorded it the last year of his life. But it's a pretty good record. It's got My Only True Friend. It's a nice slow song. It's got an awesome cover of a Bob Dylan song called Going, Going, Gone. If there's one that you need to look up from this album, that's the one I recommend. Going, Going, Gone. Black Muddy River, I Love the Life I Live. He does a cover of Lowell George's Willin', the Little Feat legendary song. Blind Bats and Swamp Rats. That's another Dr. John song there. Out of Left Field, Love Like Kerosene, and Song for Adam, which is features Jackson Browne, his old friend. And Jackson Browne wrote that one too. And while we're at it, let's check out the gatefold on that one. It's just got a plethora of pictures from the studio sessions. And for this one, he went back to Muscle Shoals to record it in their legendary studio. He wanted to have that Muscle Shoals Southern sound for this record, and he pulled it off good, I think. All right, that's going to do it for today, and Duane Allman, rest in peace.